Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna pick up where we left off. You see I got this car started in the last video. I didn't let it run too long because one, I had a fuel leak, which I mentioned, and two, I don't have any kind of coolant in it because I was just trying to get it started, and I also don't have an oil pressure gauge plugged up, so I can't monitor the oil pressure. So that's the reason why I didn't let it run too long. But we're gonna pick up. I've already fixed the fuel leak. We're gonna pick up with getting the belts on it and just tightening up everything, making sure everything good to go so I can idle it and run it a little bit longer. So let's get started. Okay, so I got around the lights finally sprayed. The paint is matching up a lot better than I thought. So I'm just trying to figure out now, should I paint the bumper red or should I paint it black? I'm not 100% sure on which way I'm gonna go with that. But once I figure that out, then I can figure out how to paint, what color I'm gonna paint that. Because if I go with a red bumper, then this is gonna need to be red. If I go with a black bumper, I can probably get away with this being black. So, all right, well, I've also been messing around with the ignition switch. I think I got that figured out now. So I got to get some coolant hoses, a coolant belt, fan belt. And once I get the fan belt, I can get that on there and let it run for a little bit longer. So it's one step at a time. A lot of stuff to do, but knocking it out one at a time. Okay, so got the lights in now. I'm straightening out the back bumper. It had a dent in it, so I'm trying to straighten the dent out now. Once I get that out, I can go ahead and kind of bolt it up and see what's going to be left out if I put it on and paint it. And again, just like I said, trying to see if it'll look better red or black. All right, so what I'm doing now is I'm prepping this rear bumper to paint it. The reason why I'm painting the bumper, because as you can see, it's not in good condition. The chrome is pitting, and it's actually peeling in several spots. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sand it down or scuff it up and get it repainted. The color is yet to be determined. Okay, so I finished painting the bottom, and I think I am just gonna go ahead with a red bumper just to make sure everything blends in with the body, just like the front bumper. So let me go ahead and get that. I have to go get the paint, get some more paint, I should say, and some self-etching primer to go over the bumper. I already scuffed it up. You look right here, see the bumper scuffed up already. Just gotta finish wiping some acetone on it to clean it up, and then I'm gonna spray some primer over it before I paint it. Several coats of primer actually before I paint it. But this bumper was bent up and I straightened it out, which is why, another reason why I can't keep the chrome, because it has some spots in the middle right here where it was bent. And I took those pieces off because the 72 didn't have those pieces on it. So I think this bumper is from a 72. Well, yeah, this bumper is from a 72. The 70 didn't have those chrome pieces on it. All right, got the first coat on. Put primer on it. The first coat is thin. Third coat is on. I'm probably gonna do 2 more. Got the back bumper back on. So what I'm working on now is the trunk switch. Right there, well, the key switch for the trunk. I'm getting ready to paint that black and put it in. So other than that, everything is coming out pretty good. The bumper's not 100% match, but it's really close. But I think you got fresh paint here and you got old paint, so that's probably what the difference is, but I think it's close enough to pass. All right, so I do think everything is coming out the way I wanted it. I think it should be a pretty clean car when I'm done, and I'm wrapping up a lot of stuff now. I think I'm down to the last 20%. So, but other than that, I think everything is gonna come out pretty good. It's gonna be a pretty clean car when I'm done with it. Even though I'm not a Ford person, I think it should be a pretty clean car. Okay, got the trunk lock in, and I think that's about all I'm gonna do for today. It's starting to get a little late up here, so I don't feel like I did much in this video. Just knocked out a lot of little stuff. I put the belt on, as you can see. I got the ignition done. I just didn't bolt it back up yet because I have to paint all that. So I did that. Got the bumper straightened out and painted. Got the headlights in, got the fuel cap painted, got the trunk lock put in. So I did a lot of little stuff. Just nothing major, I guess. I do have it firing up, and I can it's firing up, and I can shut it off and stuff by the ignition switch. So I didn't get a chance to plug the gauges up, so I'll probably go ahead and figure out the gauges before. I don't know, depending on how long this video is, I might finish up the gauges in this video and just wait for my parts for my 5-lug swap for the front to come. And once I can get those parts for that, I can get that done and I was thinking about doing the exhaust myself, but I might take it to the exhaust shop. So, but I'll at least be able to get it down on the ground, and we can see how it looked with the wheels and everything. Okay, back up to the shop. I'm still waiting on the parts for my 5-lug swap. It's supposed to come in today. One box got delivered yesterday, and the other one's supposed to come in a couple of hours, hopefully. So if it does, I'll run back to the house and grab that so I can get this 5-lug swap going. Other than that, I still don't have the fittings to connect the oil pressure gauge or the water temperature sender. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take the old stuff out. I'm gonna go ahead and take this one out because this, if you can see, I'm gonna need a 90 to come out there because the sender for the oil pressure is too big round. So I'm gonna take this out, and the coolant temperature is right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and take that out also because I'm gonna need an adapter for that one also. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get that taken out, get it ready for actually just take it out so I can order the adapters for it, and hopefully my 5-lug swap stuff come in sooner rather than later, because I really want to get that going so I can get the wheels mounted. Okay, so I got the oil pressure sender and a coolant temp sender out. This is the oil pressure sender, and this is a 1/4 MPT threads. And as you see on the sender that I'm using for the gauge, it's a lot smaller. This is an 1/8 inch MPT. So I got to get an adapter, male 1/4 inch MPT to a female 1/8 inch MPT for the oil pressure sender. And I've been told that the coolant temperature sender is 3/8. So I'm gonna have to get a 3/8 down to that looks like a 1/8 MPT. So that's what I'm gonna need in order to get the gauges working. So let me go ahead and see if I can get this ordered, and I'm gonna have to finish the gauges on some other day. But I got a lot more to work on right now anyway. All right, so what I was doing just now is I have to change out my transmission cooler hoses. So I took those loose and I put the new ones on. The reason why I'm changing them out is I'll show you. Right here, I couldn't find the fittings for it when I was looking for it before. So I just put hose clamps on it, and I don't like that. So I just got new hoses with the ends back on it, and AN fittings basically that's going to go to it. I just didn't like this. I don't trust transmission lines because they will bust on you, and I'd rather go ahead and fix it right now than have to deal with it later. So all right, so right now my 5-lug swap stuff is here. UPS just dropped it off, so I'm about to go back to the house to grab that and come back up here and we can get started on that. Okay, so back up to the shop. That wasn't my 5-lug swap. UPS delivered something else, so that was a wasted trip back to the house. But let me get started on some other stuff, and I can just finish. I have a lot of little things I need to do, so I'm gonna go ahead and knock out some of that stuff, and I'll come back to the video. Okay, so I got the throttle cable hooked up, gas pedal hooked up. I'm going to show you how it operates. The only thing that I'm having an issue with is I might have to put a spring on the inside because the pedal is not pulling back like it should. But if you see, it's staying a little bit down. I have to pull it back up. Maybe if I start using it more, it'll do right. And I'll show you on the outside as well. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. I'll probably go ahead and put the other headlight in, and then I'll go ahead and close up the shop. But what I did is, you saw I got the gas pedal fixed. I also put a spacer in the hood because what was happening, let me show you. What was happening is the hood was hitting on that idle air control valve right here. So I put a spacer up under it, which is gonna leave a little gap in my hood, about like that. So I'm okay with the gap. I don't think the gap is bad, but there's no other way I could have done it. The hood still needs to be adjusted. I think it needs to be pulled forward some, but other than that, I think it's fine. I'm okay with that with the little gap. It keeps from messing up my hood. So, and I put it on both sides, so you can see the little gap on this side also. So just like I said, I'm okay with it. So I got everything pretty much completed for this video. In my next video, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the 5-lug swap. Hopefully my parts should be in by then. And once I get that done, I can go ahead and get the wheels on it. I put the grill in too. I don't know if I said anything about that, but let's go ahead and close this video up. Okay, so that's gonna wrap up this video. You see I got the bumper painted, I got the lights painted, got them put back in. Actually flipped them back around. As you saw earlier, I had them upside down, or actually upside down and on the wrong side. So I got all that fixed. I got the grill in. I changed the transmission cooler lines. Probably some other stuff I'm forgetting about, but It's coming along, just waiting on my fired lug swap, like I said, so I can go ahead and get those in there and get the wheels and tires on and get this car set down on the ground. So thanks for watching. Click on that subscribe button if you haven't. Click that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.